The Celtics are missing the playoffs next year. I don't even look at them as a playoff team.
I can't hear that.
I'll be honest. I hope you're right, but I don't think
I don't look at them. Tatum's out for the year. Porzingis or Jrue Holiday, one, if not both of them, have to be moved.
I'll say this. Because there's been a lot of conversations about Derrick White at this fucking table. So I'll say this, Joel. Jaylen Brown props up to the number one now. We love Jaylen Brown, not us. These other guys love Jaylen Brown at this table. Derrick White, they love Derrick White at this table.
How can you not?
So now Derrick White's the number two, Jaylen Brown's the number one. I will, and I tell you this, Dels, be super locked in on Boston game this year. I'm talking about I'm going to watch 60 plus fucking games. And I better see some good things out of them too. I really do.
When has Derrick White ever left you thinking, wow, he's
No. I think he's a good player. You guys have told me this brother can do it all.
What more does Jaylen Brown have to prove? He's a finals MVP.
Oh, Jaylen Brown, we know what he's going to do. It's going to be a bunch of buckets and turnovers and probably inefficiency.
No, I know who you're talking about. It's Derrick White. So stand on one.
He
wants to ride on his high horse right now. Then fucking ride it.
No,
who are you going to be locked in on more, Jaylen Brown or Derrick White? We know what the answer is. It's Derrick White is the number two. That's what we're talking. We're not.
We know what Jaylen Brown.
Exactly.
No, number one.
I knew how you were moving.
But now he's going up. But I know his role ain't going to change. Jaylen Brown. One thing about Jaylen Brown, his role don't change regardless of
what.
Talk
about what you want to talk about. Going to change the most Payne Pritchard. He's going to get an uptick. He's going to start with Jrue Holiday.
But now we get Derrick White primary ball handling responsibilities. We get Derrick White running the pick and roll. We get Derrick White in the pick and roll now in the actions. Okay.
He's an idiot.
Oh no, we're going to see who's an idiot.
Derrick White.
Derrick White's done some of that action, but he's not. I
think we're underselling
next year.
the financial situation the Celtics are in. The amount of money they got to pay that they don't want to pay. Al Horford's a free agent. Luke Cornett's a free agent.
Retire.
Those are two players that probably might not come back.
Hashtag retool. Get rid of fucking KP and Jrue Holiday. Retool.
Kristaps Porzingis doesn't have enough value.
Jrue has a market
deal to where
Jrue Holiday has a market.
I think the Celtics, they just need to get under the second apron by basically next offseason. So they could go into this season with KP still on the books, even if they want Jrue on the books, which I think is a long shot. But my
I don't
guess
think
is
that's
they
smart.
keep KP.
I don't think, and this is the thing, I don't think the Celtics are making the playoffs because I think they're going to lose players this offseason, whether that be Jrue, KP, or both. I also don't think with how forward-thinking Brad Stevens is in that front office, they're going to want Jaylen Brown and Derrick White to play all 82 games next year.
Take their time.
Next year is about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown. This what next year is about. Jaylen Brown, if you got a toe injury, you're out a month. That's what next year is about.
But if he doesn't play, then I agree. I started my statement by saying thinking Jaylen Brown is healthy
for the regular season.
Like, to me, I'm looking at the Celtics next year as a complete wash. I'm not even looking at them in like a playoff landscape at all.
No, I can't do that.
I think they'll be in the play-in.
How can you do that?
If they're relatively healthy, they'll be in the play-in.
If they're relatively healthy, yes, they're a playoff team.
Play-in playoff.
Because I don't think they're a serious threat to anybody.
But that's
they're not a serious threat to win the title.
And I think if you're not a serious threat to anybody, any front office is just going to want to hang it up for the season.
That's not how basketball works.
Interesting.
I don't know. Are they going to
be? Because if that's the case, most teams would do that.
Because the Jazz don't do it.
Not necessarily.
A lot of teams
Atlanta would do that, and they're not doing that.
When?
Detroit would do that.
I think a lot of teams don't do that because they don't want to be the worst team in the league and get fired.
Did the Sixers not do that this year?
Oh, they knew it was a wash, though.
Well,
like, they
Sixers
tried.
are notorious for being dirtbags.
The Sixers just gave Paul George $280 million. They didn't try to.
And they realized the season was going off the rails, and they say, you know what, Quentin Grimes, go out there and drop 40.
But they also were banged up a shit ton.
And Jaylen Brown's going to have surgery on his knee before the season.
Okay, so Atlanta's
going to be ready for
Atlanta's a good example. Jalen Johnson went down. They didn't just give up.
They traded DeAndre Hunter.
They wanted that deal.
I just don't know if Boston can really be bad enough to be like an 11 seed. That seems like a long shot.
They don't have to be. They just have to be the 9 seed.
Okay, yeah. But it's like you're the 9 seed.
You lose the play-in.
They could win a play-in game.
They could lose the play-in too.
No, they could. Listen, I'm hoping. Listen, I want a tank. Give me a top 5 pick. I would love that.
Tatum.
You're better than this.
I just don't think they're going to be good enough.
You're better.
They want to ring.
We have to root balls to the fucking wall for Derrick White
has he ever been
and Jaylen Brown masterclass.
Has he ever been that?
A rider? Balls to the wall?
I hope they
balls to the wall.
I want to lose.
Never.
I just think it's a season.
I want to tank. He's so quick. It was so fast.
It's a season.
What should I root for?
Jaylen Brown.
Can you root for your guys?
Of course, I'm rooting
Tatum's
for them.
down.
But
He's fucked.
Dell's is rooting for a
he's
Tatum.
back.
He's
done.
He's back. And that's it. He's exposed. He's exposed.
Tatum's out. He's like, nah,
He's
this shit over.
Because when it was the championship run
he
and
cared
Jason
about
Tatum
the-
was
yeah,
mid,
yeah, we
hey,
got
it's
him.
just, it's we. It's
we got
not
him.
one. It's
got him.
we.
We got him.
And that was the year
That's
after.
always how it's
Dell's is a
been.
real
Oh, and now
fan.
it's always been like that.
Dell's is a
I
real
am
fan.
never, ever,
He's
I
a
am
real
never
fan.
going to root for my team to be a fucking 8 seed and be a first round exit.
I'm not rooting for that either.
That's realistically what
So
the
you're rooting for them to
pathway
tank?
is. Yes.
The
You
Celtics.
think the Celtics
If
are a
there's
realistic threat?
I
next
don't
year
think
to
it's
the playoffs?
possible, Riv.
Top
But
six,
if
they
you
can be a
told
top
me,
16.
you told me, what do you want, Dells? Do you want to be an 8 seed or do you want to have a top 5 pick? What do you think I'll pick?
I don't want you to root for a top 5 pick though. As a man, you can't do that.
No, get out of here. Yes, you can.
Oh, you right message, wrong message.
No, you can definitely root for a top pick if you know your team is
Fresh
not going
off
to
a
compete for a
championship.
championship.
All
No,
right. I'll admit it. Yes.
No,
because when the Broncos were dog shit, I was rooting for us to always lose. Yes, I
Yes.
agree.
Dell's just top players out for the season.
Okay, your top players out. You have fucking Derrick White, Jalen Brown,
not enough.
Joe
Drew.
Mazzulla, Drew Holiday, Kristaps
Holiday's
Porzingis.
not gonna be there. Porzingis
Okay,
probably
but
won't
you
be
just
there.
said that you can have them for the whole season, and then
until
as
the
long as
deadline.
no,
yes.
if they have them, they got to pay the bill.
all right, and then retool. You can retool.
Their GM would pay that
This
money,
is
by the
how
way.
I view the Celtics. I view the Celtics in the lens of every team in the East is looking to get better because they know you're out of it, while the Celtics are looking to shed salary. That's why I'm looking at the teams right
if
now
they
in the
trade
East.
KP, that's okay.
It really is.
I
okay.
think
That's
they're keeping KP because
okay.
his value is in the fucking
Who's going to
mud.
play center for them, Drew?
Whoever they get
They'll
back.
bring back
It
Luke
might be. It's
Cornett.
gonna be Keita. He
Yeah,
might
we're-
be the day one setter.
We're here.
I'm looking at the East.
Al Horford will sign a 1 year.
I
He
think
needs to-
right
he
now
comes
over the
back.
He
second
needs to give
apron,
it
they
up.
cannot sign him.
KP's
They can sign him to like a
Gonzo.
minimum.
I'm looking
Let
at the
Bird
East
right
right now. The Cavaliers will be better. The Knicks will be better. The Pacers will be better. The Magic, I think, now will be better. If
That's it.
the
Objectively,
Miami
that's
Heat
the
get
end of it.
KD, they're
Okay,
better.
we're not living in that world.
I think the Pistons will still be better next year.
Who?
though. The Pistons.
No.
I got the Pistons.
How many
I
games
don't.
do the Celtics win next year?
47.
I think the Raptors got a chance to be better than them.
47 a lot?
I do think so.
47 is like
Wait, how are
The Sixers got a chance to be better.
if they're healthy? But
If they're
listen,
healthy, they have
how
a
are the
chance.
Magic
the
comfortably?
Pacers
yes,
won
but the
50
Pistons
last
aren't?
year.
They have 3 guys.
2 of them didn't play much last year.
What are you talking about?
Put
Paulo
Orlando.
and Franz.
Yeah,
And Bain. They have 3 guys.
I'm saying 2 of
That's
them
what I'm
didn't play.
saying.
But
much.
Jaden Ivey's coming back,
It's fair.
and Duran made a leap.
But all right, but the
Orlando's
3
an injury prone
and a
team. is
sore,
what I'm
What do you
saying.
mean
Sorry.
the 2 guys didn't play? Franz
Paulo
and
and
Paulo
Franz.
played.
They
they
didn't play that
were
much.
hurt for stretches, but they pretty
Yeah.
much played a
They
lot.
played like 50
Majority-
games.
That's a decent amount.
But you
missed
missed 30.
30.
That's a
You
lot.
missed
No,
that. You
they're
missed
not- I'm not
awards.
just, but I don't think they missed 30.
I could be capping. It felt like 30.
Paulo and Franz, you
Yeah.
said? Yeah, they
It felt like 30.
Paulo probably did miss that much.
Double check that, Drew.
Paulo did play 46 games.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Missed, half the season.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
I-
he did miss a ton of time.
I
Franz
just think
played
that-
60.
Okay. It
We're
felt
gonna-
like they
But
missed
no, Paulo missed a ton. Jalen Suggs missed
know
a
that
lot.
for a
Yes,
fact.
he
See,
did.
but I didn't say 4 guys. I said 3, and I disrespected Suggs realistically.
Well, he missed damn near.
He missed a ton.
Yeah,
He missed
a
all-
ton.
I just
Almost the
think
whole
every
season.
team in the East right now is gonna be ultra aggressive. Even the Raptors are gonna be aggressive. The Raptors are looking.
You're
to
gonna straight face me and take the Raptors over the Celtics right now.
That's where
With
we're
Right
no-
at.
with
now,
no Drew and
Yels,
KP?
you're gonna do the same shit.
I wouldn't say the Raptors.
Wait,
And you took Miami with the assumption they had Kevin Durant.
No,
You're
assumption
moving
is
gross.
nuts. Assumption is nuts.
You're moving
With-
gross.
with no
Outside
Drew
of
Holiday
those
and
4
KP?
teams, outside of those 4 teams you listed, no, there's no other
The
team you can
disconnect here,
objectively
the
take
disconnect
them.
here is
Yes.
that I don't believe Drew and KP will be
And
on the
this-
team. I believe the starting
definitely
five.
don't think Drew will be
I
there.
believe the starting 5 next year for the Celtics
Yes.
is going to be Payton Pritchard,
Okay.
Jalen Brown,
With Derrick
No,
White.
Derrick White.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jordan Walsh, and Kata. Like
No,
this is what
if-
we're getting
if we
to right
really
now.
look
Why
at
are we
the
assuming
rotation.
And
Drew's
Drew's
getting
gonna go
nothing
for
back
fucking
from them? Like, they're gonna get
Snicklefritz?
things back.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, they'll get a rotation.
Drew's
player
getting
probably.
value.
Drew's getting nothing.
They're not
No.
getting a starter for Drew.
I think you get a
Cap.
couple. You get a role player.
You're
Cap.
not gonna get a
Cap.
starter.
Nah, you're getting
They're
a starter
probably
for
getting
Drew
a good
Holiday.
role player, but not a starter.
You're getting a starter
like
for
a
Drew
real
Holiday.
But you're getting a
starting
low-end
caliber
starter.
player.
I don't
Fair.
think you're not getting.
All
it.
right,
I'm-
you're
I'm
getting
dying
a
on that
role
hill.
player.
You're
I
getting
don't,
a
I don't
starter.
think we understand how bad Drew Holiday's contract is given his age moving forward.
He
30,
still has
35
value.
M's.
You know what?
That's like the 3rd option on the team when he's like clearly the Celtics 5th, 4th most nights.
Listen, if they weren't in
And
the
he was
second
regressing last
if they
year.
weren't in the second apron, they'd be smiling ear to ear knowing they had Drew Holiday on their team.
But they are in the second apron.
I understand that, but my point being is just because a team or just because he's getting a high contract on the Celtics doesn't mean another team wouldn't happily give him that money.
The reason why I think that both of them are gone.
The Kings are interested in Drew Holiday.
Sure.
They're gonna have to get a starter back. His contract is nuts.
If the Celtics got Keon Ellis in the trade, he wouldn't be moved.
They're not getting Keon Ellis.
Well, what if they did?
They might get Malik Monk.
Malik Monk wouldn't be bad.
That's a starter.
Malik and Keon Ellis for Drew.
They're not getting both.
Why would
no
the
way
Kings
they're
do
getting
that?
both.
I don't know what the Kings do. The Kings, we don't know what they're gonna
Do
do.
they care about Keon like that? I don't know. Post Mike, yeah, they might.
I just don't
for
know why
sure.
they would do that trade.
I think that with Drew Holiday and KP, like the Celtics right now, their front office, they are operating under the assumption that we got to be good for when Tatum comes back next year.
Do you think the Lakers would make a play at
Drew?
No. KP.
Oh, sure. Come get him. He's available.
Jared Vanderbilt?
Jesus Christ.
You're not about to tell me that a team in the Celtics with no KP and no Drew is better than Quickly, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Poeltl.
You're being unfair.
The trade package I have seen is with the Clippers, like a Norman Powell.
What
the mental health.
Fire.
If they're healthy, the Raptors don't sleep.
Or Derrick
And you
Jones.
just kept saying Jordan Wall should start next year.
Jordan Wall's fake crazy.
What the fuck is
might
wrong
not be
with
called
you?
But who do they have? That's
Baylor
not
We don't
Al
know yet.
Horford is coming back.
Okay, instead of Jordan Wall, should be Baylor Shireman.
Isn't Sam Hauser still on the squad?
He's gonna get traded.
But who's
He's
he
getting
gonna
traded too?
Probably.
Bro,
Oh my
$10
God, they're
that has to
cooked.
go.
Is he
That
going to
has
start
go.
at the 4? Sam Hauser?
I don't know. He's still a better
Wait,
option than
all right.
Jordan fucking Walsh.
Well, here's my question: why are you assuming that Kevin Durant's in Miami? But we can't assume that they get a good player back to Drew Holiday. This is unfair. Like this is
and Miami gets KD.
Yeah,
Like, KD's in Miami. I bet you $1,000 are better than the Celtics next
I
year.
won't accept
I'm not
that
betting
deal.
$1,000 on shit.
Why would I accept that deal?
Hey.
Why?
Because you know you're going to lose.
Yes, you're right.
I just think the Celtics next year is a wash, bro.
No.
You said 10 seed. You're out of your mind.
No, I
That's
said
a
they're
good
not
bet.
making the playoffs.
Did he say 10 seed?
He said
Regardless
nine,
if it's 10, 9, whatever. They're not making the playoffs next year. I don't think the Celtics are making the playoffs
I'd
next
love to be
year.
a lottery team.
I gotta see how
Shout
that
out to
looks.
Dells. He going to get a top 10 pick.
And when
And they're
Derrick
gonna
White's an
retool.
all-star, you're going to run me my money.
Derrick White's
I'll tell
going to
you
be
what.
an all-star?
Fuck a money. If Derrick White makes an All-Star, I'll do 100 push-ups live.
Can you do 100?
No, but it's gonna be funny as fuck. I'll tell you that.
You got a package for me, bro?
What?
You looked at me and said Dells. I thought you had a trade package.
Oh no, I had a question. It's gone now. 100 push-ups.
I would not. I honestly would. I'd love to see that, truthfully. So yes. I also is it nuts to say Derrick White? Insane.
Derrick White jersey.
Is that
It's
crazy?
insane.
That wouldn't hurt me as much.
But would it hurt me?
It's a little insane.
Okay.
Oh, would it hurt you? I don't know. You love him, I know.
You love him.
Celtics jersey. It's Lakers.
I've always
It's
been
crazy.
here. I know.
Why don't you just get a Lakers jersey with 4 and white on the back?
Or a
seems
Spurs
racial.
Derrick White jersey.
You might have did.
Might have to
something.
pay up for
But I
something on
wasn't
eBay.
there. I wasn't there on the Spurs. I wasn't there on the Spurs.
What's Tatum's contract? $70 million?
A lot.
60, I think.
60 plus Jaylen Brown's 55?
Yeah, they're in deep
55?
shit right now.
So
But hey,
they're taking up a lot of the salary.
I mean, deservedly so.
They are. But I think it's more likely the
I don't feel
Celtics.
bad.
It's more
You're
likely
gonna
they trade
double down.
Derrick White than make the playoffs. I'm dead serious. They could get a lot of value back for Derrick White.
Yeah, they can get an insane amount, but they're not. They're not gonna trade
Get a Bane package.
Exactly. If you get a Bane package right
And he
now
makes
for Derrick
less.
White, you're not doing that
He's
trade.
older though.
Oh no,
It's like 5 years older.
I'm doing the deal.
Yeah, facts.
It's like 30.
If you get 4 picks and a pick
I can see
swap,
3 strong ones.
Are you kidding me? I'm doing that in a heartbeat. With respect, and oh my god, I love. I would do that if I was the Lakers. If I had the assets,
You
to
would
do
do
that,
a
I
lot
would do it.
if you were like.
If I had the assets, I would do it.
I bet you fucking would.
Yeah, I think the Celtics right now just got a big sign over their head. Sellers.
Yeah.
They have.
They're sellers.
No.
Yes, they are.
No.
Yes, they
They're
are.
sellers.
No.
I mean,
They're
technically,
sellers.
the
yes.
only
Stanford
reason
are
they're sellers,
fucking
yes,
buyers.
of course not. But I'm not saying it's. Well, you say sellers, and you just said Derrick White. No, obviously my brain goes to
for
no.
the right price.
My brain
absolutely.
goes to no. That's why it goes to no. Yes,
They'd
you
have to
have
get
Drew,
blown
you have
away.
KP.
Hey,
Yes.
everybody's available for the right
Let's
price.
get blown away.
No. To trade Derrick
Like you would
White.
need 3 unprotected first plus something else.
Derrick
KP
White's a
and Drew,
player
the
that
Nets
you
could do
want.
it.
I wish I was exaggerating when I say this. I mean this from my heart and my fucking soul. Derrick White is the type of player you want with Jason Tatum till the day he fucking retires.
He better make that All-Star team. You fucktard.
He's 31 right
That's
now.
all I'm gonna say. He better.
He's 31.
He should be 31. Yeah. He better make that
he's gonna
fucking
be.
All-Star
He's gonna
team.
be. Derrick White's gonna be 33 when Tatum comes back.
Yeah, no, this is war. He better. This is exactly
How
what the
many
fuck I
All-Star
needed.
games has Garland made?
2.
One.
Yes, 2.
He does.
He made last year 2.
Clown face. He better make 1. Yo, this is what Downs.
Did he make it last
This
year?
is what I needed, bro. Yes, he better make an All-Star team.
Does this sound
One was a
enticing
sub.
to you?
Hold on.
For a 33-year-old Derrick White to be with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown?
His game on age.
I
Bad.
think his game age is fine.
You
He's
beat
not
me.
some fucking athletic demon.
Are you kidding me?
33 years old.
What's wrong with you?
I think his game gets better with age.
He just stays in the one spot and he shoots.
The
sure
shot
does.
blocking is
We
definitely
know.
going down.
Yes, the athleticism
But
would
he's
eventually
more
go.
just like
Defense is
smart.
amazing.
He's not like jumping.
And also, you
15
can't
feet there
minimize
blocking
that
dudes.
because we're talking about one of the greatest guard blockers of all time.
Sounding to me like
It's just
you're
with
describing
the
a role player.
It's just with the Celtics, dude.
He's a role
Like
player.
He is.
Yeah,
you have
So
to
is
take
Drew
an
Holiday.
entire
And he's a
off.
Hall of Famer.
he might be.
So is Darius Garland.
What?
The role player.
No. Fucking fried. Fucking fried. Because
Role
that's
players don't
exactly
make
what
the
he's
All-Star
known as
game.
glorified. Drew Holiday, Draymond Green.
Drew Holiday was an All-Star.
As I said what I said.
Role player now.
Most players in the NBA are role players.
Cat.
Ah.
You lost this one.
Most-
No,
they
most
are.
players in the
Most
NBA
players
are
are
role
role
players. He
players.
could.
Oh, yes, 90%.
He could.
For
There's
sure.
only a handful of operation
DG
goons.
ain't one of them, bro.
Draymond Green,
He's a different case.
Rudy Gobert.
Different case.
I'm just
You're
naming
naming dudes with no O.
Jaren Jackson, role
Who's the
player or
better
not.
playoff
I'm
performer?
No,
dead
All-Star,
serious.
All-Star.
Who's the better player performer,
year-
Derrick White or Garland?
Garland, he's always hurt. So, yeah, probably Derrick White.
Come on.
He's an idiot. How can you fucking say, yo, he better make an All-Star team, but you fucking take Derrick White over him right now?
Because for players like that, 82 games matter. Heavily.
Yo, you're moving gross.
Heavily. And
You're
now,
moving
Derrick
gross.
White, instead of standing there and waiting for Tatum to pass him the ball,
That's
tighten
no
the fuck
problem.
up. Not only does he have to tighten the fuck up, Jaylen Brown's going to lose that ball a lot. So I'm excited
In
to see this Derrick White shit.
In
Yeah.
2024, in the regular season, who was running the show? No, I'm sorry. In 2020,
Derrick White's the
2024.
point guard.
Yes.
He's the point guard.
So
Congrats.
calm the fuck down.
Tatum was on the court a lot, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Jason
All that
Tatum.
attention is going.
It's
Run
Jason.
me. Make that All-Star game, bro.
All
That's
right,
all I'm
so
saying.
I guess I can't say that because when Donovan wasn't on the team, yes, Garland was thriving. He was
I know,
thriving.
idiot.
So we're all on different sides. I mean, I don't think they're making the playoffs. So there's no
No,
chance
we
in
know.
hell Derrick White's making
We
an All-Star
think
game.
playing.
Do you think Derrick
I'm
White's making
thinking
an
top
All-Star game?
6. That's my hot take of the season.
We're
yes.
here. No, we're locked
And you
in.
got no All-Star for Derrick White.
Nothing.
There's not a
he
chance
gets
in hell?
nothing. No.
Not
no.
even
Yo, the only thing he
No,
gets
but he's better than Garland. I guess that's all you give a fuck about. I guess. Okay, he
mean, that's-
doesn't make an All-Star game.
that-
Oh well,
that-
but he's better than
that's
Garland.
not really winning
I
anything.
win. I win.
You don't win, 'cause that's
I
not
win.
objective.
You just said
That's
he's
not objective.
better. You just told me he's better though.
No, whoa, whoa,
Is
whoa,
that
whoa,
not-
whoa. Let's run
No,
it back.
you said he
Wait.
played better in the playoffs.
Yes, let's run it back. Let's
sorry.
run it back.
I thought
Let's
So
run it
the biggest stage what matters the most.
Let's. I
So
mean,
Garland's been hurt.
Andrew Nemhard, fact, is better than a lot of niggas in the playoffs.
Is he better than Garland in the playoffs?
That's my point.
I'm asking you a question.
No, listen.
Are you taking? Are you
No,
taking
no,
Nemhard or
you
Garland?
wouldn't take Nemhard over DG.
Neither would I. That's why I'm wondering
yes,
where you're at.
yes, but what I'm saying is, listen.
He almost gave me a heart attack.
What I'm saying is, Derrick White. We've had this argument, us three,
Years.
for the past 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
It has never been. It's been in the air. It's never been a fact on either end. I'll agree with that. It's
Okay.
been 50-50 on both ends.
Wow.
You have an opportunity here
To really take
shut me the
100%.
fuck up. Because now
You have to ride.
now
you have to ride. But we ride with
You have to.
two
Yes,
things now.
you have to.
It's got to be
And
Derrick
I don't
White.
wanna hear
but
shit.
because we need the Celtics to be successful. If that's
Dallas
going to
is
be the case.
rooting for a tank job.
I'm rooting for Brown and White and Pritchard to fucking hoop.
Yes.
And us to lose.
and one thing I will say, Pritchard's gonna hoop that fucking
So let me
ball.
ask you a question: If Derrick White is on a losing team, but he's averaging 22 points per game, he's averaging 22.
Okay.
He's
You're
Cam
gonna-
Thomas.
Are you gonna
He'll be efficient.
We'll say this.
the defense?
We'll say this because we are smart enough.
Yes.
We're smart enough so
We
we
are.
can establish a nice baseline. When
Yes.
Darius Garland was by himself, they were a playing team. He
Yes.
averaged about 21, 22, and 8. He was the leader of the show.
And then he
playing
choked
team.
in the plane.
Then he did choke in the plane. I won't disagree with you. But
Sorry.
they
That was
were a playing
unnecessary.
team. They
Correct.
weren't that good.
They weren't.
He was the number one.
Correct.
When he was with Donovan, he's been 21-7, 22-8.
Mad good.
Number 2. This year, you can argue, his best year of his career. Everybody was better when he was on the floor.
I agree.
If Derrick White averages 22 and they're losing, and this is the East, you told me
They have to make the playoffs.
I'm playing. I ain't even asking for that.
No. The playoffs. The playoffs.
It's a six
They
good
got to
team
be a
today.
top 6 seed.
Oh, now they have to be a top
Oh,
6
okay.
seed. But
Derrick
you're telling me
White,
they
who
were
you
be the
think who you
9th
are?
seed.
Oh, that's me, not you. That's my opinion.
That's real shit, though. He did.
But I'm asking objectively. He averages 22. We understand he's playing good ball. We're not going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
oh,
He gets my vote.
He gets mine.
Joel Rags for benefit of the doubt now.
He gets no benefit.
He gets
of the doubt.
no.
Oh, so I'm supposed to give Garland the benefit of the doubt when he has a broken jaw.
You fucking
Exactly.
did it. You did it. You did it. You did it at all. Now you didn't even know. You were like, for real?
I gave them the benefit of the doubt.
You was like, what?
I gave them the benefit of the doubt coming into this year. Did I not? I said Derrick's going to be a lot better. Did I not? I said I was the highest on the Cavs. Was I not?
That's what you kept saying.
Let's not lie.
All right.
Let's not lie. I was the highest on the Cavs coming into the season.
Coming into the league.
Who's Drew's most
It's true. I said the Cavaliers.
It was the Cavs.
But then what did I do? I literally 2 weeks after I was
the
the highest on him. And did I not cook? Did I not cook? What round did they get out on?
You were wrong twice.
I'm on my Joel shit.
You were wrong
I'm on my Joel shit right now.
You were wrong
Stop
twice.
playing me. I had both takes and both were right. I had both takes and both were right.
They were overrated.
They were the most overrated, and they were going to be a great team, and Garland was going to be back. I cooked.